Yes, Balaji, let's start with self-introduction.
Yeah. Hi, so good evening.
Yeah,
I
good.
started I started my career in March 2022 in Wipro. Overall, I have 3+ years of experience, and my relevant experience also same. At my current company, I have been working since 3 years. I have been working since 3 years, and I have good experience in CRM customizations, like writing plugins, JavaScript, business rules, and field creations, form design, workflows, dashboards, views, and so on. And I do have good knowledge and out of the box functionalities as well. And I was also involved in data migrations by using import wizard out of the box functionality, that one. So and my roles and responsibilities are daily I do have sync up with calls with my team lead and manager, and then I will discuss with requirements and then take up the tasks as well. Then I will work on my assigned tasks and provide updates to my lead by end of the day via email. And then I have experience on Power Portals like implementation of Power Automate Plus, Canvas apps, model driven apps, and so on. So that's it about myself.
Okay, do you have experience on the plugins?
Yeah, I have
How
experience.
much do you rate yourself on the plugins?
7.
So can you just give me a real-time scenario where you have implemented recently?
I implemented plugin on um, for doctor revenue. Whenever doctor is confirmed appointment, I can populate his revenue
Hmm.
based on confirmed appointments implemented doctor revenue.
So what is the triggering event and what is the logic you implemented?
Implemented by using a implemented update scenario. Whenever doctor is confirmed appointments, automatically the revenue is populated in appointment doctor revenue field.
So you have to answer మీరు డూప్లికేట్ డిటెక్షన్ గురించి ఒక ప్లగ్ఇన్ ఇంప్లిమెంట్ చేశారు కదా.
Yeah, right.
So that one or validation one, validation two, those two you can take it as an example.
Yeah, okay.
You try to prepare those kind of questions, you will get it. And what is the pipeline stage in the plugin?
Yeah, we have three pipeline stages. One is pre-validation and pre-operation and post-operation. And pre and post operations, actually pre-operation, it will execute before data save into the server, it will execute. So we can use by, and post operation after the data saved into the server, it will execute. By
Hmm.
use actually pre-operation we actually use, we can modify the data before data saved into the database, we can use pre-operations. Post-operation actually we use for sending emails, updating data, or populate any data. By using by such activities, we go with post-operation. And if any exception occurs in pre-operation or post-operation, changes will get rolled back. But pre-validation changes will not get rolled back if any exception occurs.
Hmm.
Yeah,
So have you worked on the business rules?
yeah, I have worked.
What is the importance of the business rule?
Business will actually work for client side, uh, client side, and actually it is out of the box function in CRM. By using business rules, we can implement client side logic. Like we have do some limited actions using business rules, like uh, set lock and unlock, set default value, set field value, set visibility. Like some of limited actions we can do with business tools. And we have one business tool scope is there, and by using business tool scope we can set as entity in business tool scope. It will work both client and server side. If you set as a business tool scope as all forms, it will work only client side, and if you set as all forms, it will also work in client side only.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Can you just give me a real-time scenario where you have implemented business rule?
I implemented business tool. whenever actually when gender is selected male, we show only son option. Whenever gender selected as female, we show only female option. By using this, we can achieve by this using business
Female
rule set
female
using
option, not a female option, right? Daughter of son of, right?
yeah daughter of son of right.
And you have to highlight regarding that hospital staff one. Sorry, hospital staff based on the selected staff we are showing and hiding related fields. That one also you can highlight. And
Yeah,
based
okay.
on product category, you can highlight that one as well. Okay, so I have a requirement here. So I will give you the scenario. Just let me know the output. I have a business rule. By
Okay.
using business rule, I'm setting a field value.
Okay.
Okay. So on the field change, I have a JavaScript event.
Okay.
So if I'm changing that field using business rule, will that event trigger? JavaScript event trigger?
Will you change that using business rule? Okay.
Yeah, generally, what is the purpose of adding on change event for the field? Whenever someone change the field value, it will trigger, right?
Yeah, right.
So if I'm trying to change that field value using business rule,
Yeah, it
what
will
will
not
happen?
work. Yeah, it
What
will
will
not.
happen with the JavaScript? Will that trigger? Did you understand the question?
Yeah, I understand the question. No, it didn't trigger. Actually, we implemented using JavaScript. In JavaScript only immediate on events, on form load, on save will work. In business rules, it will not work actually.
The question is, let me repeat again. So let's say I have a field
Okay.
called total marks.
Okay.
And total marks change, field change, I have added a JavaScript
Okay.
and I'm setting some other fields values.
Okay.
And the total marks field, I'm not changing manually. I'm setting default value by using business rule. On form
Oh,
load, the field value will set, or
okay.
else on the other field change, on subject field change, I'm setting the total marks by using business rule.
Okay.
So as soon as I change the as soon as I set the value on the total marks, will that the JavaScript trigger?
I think it's not trigger.
Okay, you practically validate after the interview.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, you understood the question, right?
Yeah, I understand question.
Okay, and one more scenario. Uh, so let's say I have a requirement. So I'm using some business rule to set the one of the field value, but
Okay.
so the field value is setting properly if I create records manually. But if I'm creating records from the portal or if I'm creating using data import, the field values are not setting. What could be the issue? Business rule
Because
is not working.
you select scope as alpha, that's why it not work. If you select scope as entity, it will work.
Which one? Let's say on the same event, if I have JavaScript and business rule, which one will trigger first?
JavaScript will trigger first.
Okay, I have a requirement. I do have the two forms and the account entity,
Okay.
form A, form B. So if I log in with manager, I wanted to see both the forms. If I log in with the other than manager security role, I wanted to see only the single form. How can we do?
Okay. I think by form security roles we can achieve this.
Hmm.
Yeah, by using
So what
forms.
is the yeah, okay, fine. I have a requirement again. So I on the product entity I have one of the field discount.
Okay.
So I wanted to provide edit access only for the manager.
Okay.
Is this possible?
Yeah, it's possible by field security role. If you could take permission to manager to discount field, you only access the field.
Can you
If
just give
other
me
if
the steps? Yeah, clear steps. What is the steps we need to follow?
first go to field security roles and give permission to read, write.
We have to enable field for security, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah, first field we
Uh,
enable
you
right.
yeah, you have to go in the sequence. Without enabling, it's not possible, right?
Right.
Then what
Go
kind of
field.
privileges we can give in the field security profile
We have one read, edit, and delete. I think.
in the field security profile?
Yeah, right.
Are you sure?
read edit is there, but another one delete, I think. Not delete, update.
Okay, you validate after the
Okay,
session. Okay,
but this one is right. By using field directory role, we can do.
correct, correct. You have to explain the steps as well.
Okay.
So what are all privileges available in the CRM?
Yeah, we have almost 7 or 8, I think. Create, update,
Mm.
delete, assign, share, append, and append to.
Okay, what is importance of append and append to?
Append and append to is append to is parent record. Is set as a parent record. Append is set as a child record. So actually, append records is a relationship between parent and child. By using lookup field, if you want to use lookup field, you want definitely we have relationship with the parent and child by using append and append to. Append to is parent record. It will allows another record to associate with it. So append is append record is associated with another record.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
What are all security levels do we have?
security levels.
Access levels?
Okay, one minute. I think
Security access levels, do you know?
yeah, I know. I think user, business unit, parent and child business unit, organization.
What is the purpose of each one of them?
If you select a user, user can access his own records. If you select as a business unit, user can access his only branch level records. If you select as a parent and child, user can access branch level records along with child level records. If you set as an organization, it can access all the records in organization.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What is the scope of the workflow?
Scope of the workflow is the same. I think user, organization, business unit, parent and child business units.
Sorry?
This four only, I think, scope, yeah, workflow
How
scopes.
it will work? Yeah, how it will work in the workflow scope.
If you select as workflow scope as organization, so you can access all the records. You can send a mail within the organization. All the records are accessible. I think.
So you make sure you properly prepare for the
Yeah,
workflow scope
I
as well.
prepare. Okay.
So how many types of workflows are there?
Yeah, real-time workflows and background workflows.
What is the difference between both?
Real-time workflows are synchronous workflows. Background workflows are asynchronous. So in real-time workflows, user need to wait until the process completes. But in background workflows, user no need to wait until process complete. And in real-time workflow, wait condition is not available. But in background workflow, wait condition is there.
Mm-hmm.
And real-time workflows are for immediate action, we can go with real-time workflow. For no does not require immediate attention, we go with background workflows. Yeah,
Okay.
that's the,
So let's say I'm updating uh, on record creation, on child record creation, I'm updating one of the record by using the workflow. Okay.
okay.
Let's say I
So
have parent and child entity,
okay,
and the user is having access to the child entity, and child entity records can be created by the user. So on child
okay,
record creation, I'm updating parent record by using workflow.
okay,
And the current logged in user doesn't have privilege, update privilege on the parent entity.
okay.
So what will happen to that workflow? Will it fail or success?
It fails.
It will fail with what reason? What exception we will get it?
We get by, I think, running user constant add calling user. That's why it's failed. By setting the running user constant admin user, it will work, I think.
Admin user, where do we need to set? What are the where we have to set that?
We have run and user constraint in plugin, I think. So in CRM and workflow also we have in background workflows, background or real time we have. So by setting that, we can
Which one
change
will
that one.
have? Is it background or workflow will have?
Real time, sir.
Real time will have that option, is it?
Yeah, right.
Background, do we have that option in background?
No, sir.
Okay, fine. So I have a requirement. I do have one background workflow and one real-time workflow on record creation.
Okay.
And my real-time workflow is getting failed due to some reason, data issue or something.
Real-time workflow will fail.
Real-time workflow is failing due to some
Okay.
data issue.
Okay.
So what will happen to the uh, background workflow? Will that execute or not? Will that trigger?
Background workflow will try. I think it will trigger, sir. I think, but the real-time workflow data doesn't go to database. That's why it failed. Maybe background workflow we didn't see it's failed or not.
I'm not asking about the failure reason.
Okay.
So I'm asking about the simply, will that if on record, did you understand the question?
Yeah, I understand. You
On
real-time
record
workflow is
creation,
failed on
yeah.
record creation.
So let's say on contract record creation, I have two workflows.
Okay.
One is real time, one is background.
Okay.
Okay. In real
Okay.
time workflow, due to some data issue, the workflow is getting failed. So will that background workflow trigger or not?
Background work.
Will that trigger?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Is that the record will created? Record will create or not? First of all.
In background workflow, you are asking.
No, in this case, same scenario. Real-time workflow is getting failed. What will happen? Record creation. Is record will be
No,
created
it's
or
not
not?
created. It's not created.
It will not create, is it?
Yeah, right.
Sure, are you sure?
I am sure, sir.
So what will happen? Let's say my real-time workflow is getting success. There is
Okay.
no issue with the real-time workflow. My background workflow is failed due to some issue.
Okay.
So what will happen? Will that record created or not?
Yeah, it's record created. Record is
Record will be
created.
created, is it?
Yeah, right. Yes, sir.
So will that background, if background workflow is getting failed, what will happen to the synchronous real-time workflow? Will it process or not?
If can you repeat, sir?
So in the same scenario, on record creation, I have two workflows, and like I mentioned, one is real-time workflow, one is
Yeah, real
background
time.
workflow.
Yeah.
Background workflow is failing due to some data issue or something. So what
Okay.
will happen to the real-time workflow? Real-time workflow will get processed or not? Will that trigger?
It's triggered, sir.
Okay. So which one will trigger first? Background workflow, real-time workflow?
Real time workflow will trigger first.
Do, do you have experience with the Power Automate flows?
Yeah, I have.
How do you manage exceptions in the Power Automate flow?
For by using scope control, we can manage. We can manage error
What is
handling.
what is the importance of concurrency control?
Concurrent by scheduling time. Whenever by scheduling, we can use concurrence. Whenever auto flow when will run. So by using that, we can use concurrent. We set time and all.
No, you properly revalidate.
Okay.
That's not the correct answer. And how many
Okay.
types of Power Automate flows do we have?
For automate flows, I think automated instant schedule.
What is the purpose of each one of them?
Whenever you want to automate flow, any functionality you want to automate, you go with automated. If you want instant flows, but if you want to use JavaScript, you go with instant, I think. Instant. And schedule for whenever the flow is running daily or hourly, we go with schedule.
What type of connectors have used?
Data hours, added, modify data hours, and only data hours I used.
I wanted to retrieve list of associated records with the parent. On parent record update, I wanted to retrieve the associated child records and I wanted to update each one of them by using Power Automate flow.
Okay.
So what kind of actions do you use in this process?
First, I need to get whenever updated, right? First, we need to get update modified.
Mhm.
Then we take attributes. What are the attributes you want to update? Then I take fetch XML.
What action do you use in the Power Automate flow? What is that action name?
update actions, modified.
Before modify, you need to get the list of child records, right?
Yeah, before let's say list
You,
rows. Yes, list rows.
yeah, so you properly go through those all concepts, okay? Uh, okay, Balaji. So you have subject, but you somewhere you are missing. You're not able to strike out that exact point. అవి
Okay.
కొంచెం ఇంప్రూవ్ చేసుకోండి. Rest all is fine. Okay. So just give. Yeah, సో అదొకటి ఇంప్రూవ్ చేసుకోండి. ప్రెజెంటేషన్ స్కిల్స్ ఇంపార్టెంట్. మీకు
Oh,
సబ్జెక్ట్ ఉంది కానీ కొంచెం కొంచెం లాగ్ అవుతున్నారు.
yeah, అవును సార్.
ప్రెజెంటేషన్ చేయలేకపోతున్నారు.
ఓకే.
అదేం లేదు. మీరు ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయండి. ప్రాక్టీస్‌లో వస్తది. యూ నీడ్ టు అడ్రెస్ ప్రాపర్‌లీ. ప్రెజెంటేషన్ ప్రాపర్‌గా ఇవ్వాలి. ఓకే.
ఓకే సార్. అంటే
యాహ్!
ఏదైనా
బెస్ట్
క్వశ్చన్ అడిగినప్పుడు ప్రాపర్గా
ఆన్సర్ చేయాలి.
ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్
ప్రెజెంట్ చేయాలి.
చేయాలన్నమాట.
మీకు తెలుస్తుంది కానీ ప్రెజెంట్ చేయలేకపోతున్నారు.
ఓకే.
యాహ్! బెస్ట్ ఆఫ్ లక్.
యా ఓకే
ఓకే.
సార్.